Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name remains Comfort Oladaya Adegbero. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for stopping by, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So we have so many videos on this channel talking about scholarship opportunities, study opportunities. If you're intending to study abroad, do check it out. You can use the playlist which could also help you to easily navigate. We have the study in Netherlands, a list of Commonwealth scholarships, study in Korea, study in UK, study in Canada, studying in Germany, studying in Australia, studying in the US, studying in Europe generally, studying in Italy, and also studying the Luxembourg series, and just the playlist that kind of combines all of the study opportunities that you might want to be interested in. So today we'll be talking about the Turkish scholarship, and this scholarship, trust me, is one that is fully funded, and not just that it's fully funded, it is available for those who want to pursue a bachelor's degree, master's or PhD, and there are other scholarship opportunities that you can also, use if you want to like pursue research while you're already doing your PhD in another country. So without wasting time, we'll be getting right into it. So what exactly is this Turkish scholarship about? You can just scroll through here to see briefly what it covers, but we are still going to go to that in detail. And this small spot here is a place where you can search for the universities and the program that you're interested in. So now let's get right into it. Why the Turkish scholarship? So right here we can just click to know more about the Turkish scholarship, and it's the scholarship that is sponsored by the government of Turkey. Yeah, maybe Turkey also. And what does it covers? It provides university and department placements unlike other institution scholarship programs. So you get to study in a particular university and also maybe the department of your choice. It covers your full tuition. You are able to learn the Turkish language in 1 year. It also provides accommodation for you if you're coming from another country, and it's also going to fund the flight tickets for when you're coming to study and also when you're done. You should also not worry about the health insurance because this scholarship is covering all of that. Additionally, if you are doing your associate or bachelor's level, maybe that's the program you'll be studying for, there's a monthly stipend of 4,500 Turkish lira, and also for the master's is about 6,500 Turkish lira, and the PhD is about 9,000 Turkish lira per month, which I believe will be sufficient to take care of your study. So let's go into details about what this scholarship entails. Like I said, it covers your monthly stipend, which I have already stated for each level. Additionally, if you are academically qualified, you most likely will be getting double this stipend. So imagine you're undergraduate and you're qualified, because there's some criteria for the merit scholarship program, which you might see later on. And when you are also searching through the website yourself, you might get all of these details. So you'll be getting times 2 of this. Right. So additionally, accommodation. Students who are awarded a scholarship at the undergraduate level automatically allowed to stay in the university's dormitory all through their study, and this is covered by the scholarship. But if you're in your master's and your doctoral level, you have the right to stay for just 1 year. That's the first year of education, and afterwards you'll be granted an housing stipend or allowance to help you get accommodation in other places. Additionally, you'll be having access to higher education, a new life experience at the most prestigious Turkish universities, and that's definitely what you want to experience, as the fact that it's also contributing to your career and your personal growth and development. Also, the Turkey alumni network is something you might want to explore, or something you will be automatically granted access to upon completion of your program. Then, like I said, you have access to the health insurance. You are able to engage in diverse social and cultural activities. Additionally, you have access to that one-off flight ticket when you're about coming to the country and when you're about leaving the country. You get to do 1 year of Turkish language course, and also it is fully funded in terms of the fact that your tuition fee would also be waived for you. So now we have talked about why this scholarship is a good one and what it covers. Next up is what are the criteria and the scholarship programs that are available to you under this. So the Turkey scholarships has designed different and specific scholarship programs for each education level, and it offers many qualified scholarship opportunities ranging from the long-term bachelor's, master's, as well as PhD scholarships to research and merit-based scholarships. Also, we have some art scholarships that are available. So now, most of I think what most people might be concerned about is the long-term scholarship that allows you to pursue either the bachelor's, the master's, or the PhD. But aside from that, like I mentioned earlier, there are also like short-term scholarship opportunities for research. But let's get into the details. So the minimum requirement in terms of your academic for the associate or bachelor's degree 70%, the graduates 75%. I believe there is a way you'll be able to calculate for this based on your current CGPA. Let's say maybe your CGPA in your country is 5.0. I'm sure you just have to find what 70% of the 5.0 is, and that would be the equivalent of yours. If not, maybe when you're trying to put in the application, you would find details. But generally, this would be the way to calculate it. For the graduate level, 75, and for candidates of health sciences, 90%. Additionally, you have to be aware of the age criteria. If you're wanting to pursue a bachelor's degree, you need to be under the age of 21 years. If you're wanting to pursue a master's, 30; for PhD, 35. And if you're applying for the research scholarship, you have to be under the age of 50. And citizens of all countries are eligible, and you have to be sure that you're graduating at the end of the current academic year. Those who are not eligible, if you're a citizen of Turkey, that is, if you're a Turkish citizen, you are not eligible for this scholarship. And I mentioned that there are different scholarship programs. So here you can also explore. We have the full-time scholarship program, which is the general one that I already mentioned. You have for the bachelor's, and the application period is between the 10th of January to the 20th of February. So you have like roughly 3 weeks to apply for this scholarship. Same also is for the graduate scholarship, that is the master's level and the PhD level. So it's between the 10th of January to the 20th of February, which is the general application window. Additionally, for the Heart Scholarship Program, it's also the 10th of January to the 20th of February, so which is currently still open. And I mentioned the Merit Scholarship Programs. This you can be considered for it automatically when you're just applying for the scholarship. And when you're already a student also in Turkey, you can also apply for this and you would be considered, but you need to have certain academic proficiency documents and also the language proficiency. That's the SAT for those applying for bachelor's, GRE for masters and PhD, I believe TOEFL and IELTS. So you might just want to consider this. And it says here that those who are granted this merit scholarship program award will be rewarded with the monthly stipend, which is 2 times higher than the regular payment. So you might want to check that. And this allows you to know the details as it pertains to each level. This is for the masters and this is for the PhD. Now let's take a brief look at the other levels of scholarship. We have the short-term scholarship programs, and this is called the Success Scholarship Program, which is available for those who already study in the Turkish university, and it only covers your stipend without the accommodation. Now we have the research scholarship program. So if you are a PhD holder or a PhD candidate at the dissertation stage, you might apply for this. And I think it's like a postdoc sort of thing. And the research scholarship program only covers your monthly stipend, meaning from this money you would have to take care of your accommodation and every other thing that will be required to make your stay comfortable while you are in Turkey. And here, this is also the CATI scholarship, which is basically for communication program. It's a Turkish communication program for public officials and academics. So you might want to explore that if it's something that interests you. Then we have the joint scholarship programs, and this will be in collaboration with maybe other institutions. First is the Albert Einstein German Academic Refugee Initiative Scholarship Program. You have the Spark Scholarship Program. You can check all of these in details if you are interested. Next off, we've been able to see the criteria and the scholarship programs. Let's check the application calendar. So the general application calendar includes that the application period is January 10th to February 20th, and after you've been able to successfully apply, they would evaluate you between March, April, May. Afterwards, which those who have been selected will be invited for interview between June and July. The results will be announced in early August, and initial procedures towards you arriving to Turkey would be in August, and you would start your program in September. For the Success Scholarship, it's usually around October to November. Evaluation and announcement of results will be around November. Then the Research Scholarship is one that goes all year round, where you have 4 different application windows. So Yeah, if that is what interests you, you might want to take note of this. Now, the application in 5 steps. So, what are the steps in applying for this scholarship? First of all, you have to create your personal account on the Turkish scholarship application system. I'll be showing you how to get to the application portal, but we might not go into details. If it's something that you want me to address, I could create a dummy account for that. Next off, you need to upload all of the required documents, and they are also advising you that you should include extracurricular activities and achievements in different fields. So they are big on not just what you are doing and how well you are doing academically, but also how well you are doing to contribute to the society, your achievements in different fields and your hobbies, your extracurricular activities, leadership positions, and all of that. So the third step is listing your dream university and program preferences. At the onset, I showed you where you can search for the program and the university of your choice. Additionally, you have to write an original letter of intent explaining your preferences, the expectations, and the goals for the future. And lastly, after reviewing all the stages and documents, approve your application, that is, submit your application. So, this is a brief overview of the documents that you'll be required to submit. First off, it says that applications are made online to the Turkiye scholarship application system, and all candidates must upload the following documents to the system. You need a valid identity document, which is a ID card or your international passport, photograph of you within the last 1 year, your national exam results. In the case of you wanting to apply for bachelor's, I'm believing they would be requiring your WAEC or your NECO in this case, your diploma, your temporary graduation certificate for those applying for graduate level study, your transcript, your international exam results, if it is required by the chosen university. So the first thing you want to do is to have an idea of list of universities you would want to apply to, so and know what they are also requiring of you. The international language test results such as the TOEFL, and a proposal or research topic and a written example of the research you have carried out. So this is for PhD students, like those who are wanting to apply for PhD level. And in this case, you might, if you have like publications that are articles that have been published, you might want to use that also as an example of the research that you have carried out, in addition to you writing a proposal. So these are like important details that you also need to take note of. It says here that many programs in Turkish universities are taught in Turkish language, and some departments and universities may offer programs in English and other languages. So depending on you, if you want to study in English, which I believe most Nigerians or Africans might want to, you need to be able to provide internationally accepted language proficiency certificates like TOEFL or IELTS. And also, some of these universities and programs might require you to have GRE, GMAT, and SAT results. But then, even if you are studying in English or Turkish language, everyone will be required to attend the 1 year Turkish language course, and you need to attain a certain level, which is the C1 level certificate, by the end of your academic year. So that's that for this section in terms of the application. Now, the evaluation and selection process, like that is what are those key things you need to take note of, that they would be evaluating you and they would be utilizing in selecting their candidates and awardees for the scholarship. So it says the application for the Turkey scholarships are considered according to the candidate's academic sources, the social activities, and motivation related to the chosen field. So first of all, there's a preliminary assessment where all of your applications will be examined based on the basic criteria, that is the minimum academic achievement. You remember the bachelor's is about 70%, the master's is about 75%, and also we have age limit. You should be less than 21 if you're applying for the associate and the bachelor's, less than 30, I believe, for the masters, less than 35 for PhD, and less than 50 for research. And then this would be the things they will use to like first eliminate people. And also, if you have the required documents, then the expert evaluation would include checking your academic status, your previous qualification, your interests, your career goals, the consistency of preferences, the content of the letter of your intent, that is, your statement of motivation needs to be good. And I have a video which I already talk about how to write your statement of motivation, the key things that are important in crafting a statement of motivation. So these are the things that they'll be using to select students for this stage. And after this stage, the final list of eligible candidates would proceed to the interview stage. Next off, you have to write some tests. So There is a 30-question quantitative test consisting of mathematics, geometry, and logic questions, which will be held for undergraduate candidates prior to the face-to-face interviews. And additionally, the tests are going to be held before the interview in order to evaluate the candidates applying to the fields of health science, science, and engineering, since they have, higher number of applications coming from this department. So you might want to check details of these. And the test will be 60 minutes to complete the 30 questions that will be given to you. And this is an example of the mock examination and also the answers. And these are certain notes or things you have to check out for if you are citizens of this country, like Afghanistan, Sudan, Greece, and all of that. So now the interview in details. So what are the things the interview? Why is the interview going to look like? They say candidates selected from about 100 countries. In the finalists are evaluated by interview committees consisting of academics and experts. The interview is usually around 15 to 30 minutes, and it includes the following. There's a welcome and entrance, which you might want to introduce yourself. They ask you things like you should tell them about yourself. They check your documents, the purpose of your application, your academic knowledge, your career goals. So most of all those things that you have included in your application. So the interview will be like a place for them to cross-check these things and all. So closing and candidate questions for the committee. So it will be good also if you have questions that you might want to ask them. This would also be the opportunity for you to ask them the questions. And it also talks about the final assessment. So after the interview, the results would result of the interviews of the applicants conducted by the interview committee are evaluated by a selection committee, and a list of applicants who will receive the scholarship will then be created. And at this final evaluation stage, generally utility of the candidate for Turkish scholarships is evaluated. So also here, maybe when you've been selected for the scholarship, you want to check this Fetcher's guide to give you more information on certain things. And here also it talks about the scholarship procedures. All of the videos are actually in Turkish language, so I'm doubting they will be useful, except there is a way to switch on the caption in English. And you can also check this guide, which also is in Turkish language, but if you do understand, good. So now let's quickly look at the application portal. So here you go. This is the first page you would see when you want to apply. So you might want to use your email. This is the login page, but if you haven't created an account, you want to create an account by clicking on register just right here. But then this information is going to take you back to the scholarship page. It says for more information, please refer to the scholarship application manual and visit our website. That was where we just left. And it says that the application process takes about 30 to 60 minutes. The accuracy of the information you provide in your application is crucial in order to be considered for the scholarship award. Signing up is free of charge and will take approximately 2 minutes. Signing up only once will be sufficient. And here it says you can visit the scholarship search page to find the scholarship program that works for you. So we'll be doing that right now. And here, so for example, let's say you want to study geology, for the master's level. So you select the master's level, which is master's. You select your field. Let's search for geology. There are a couple of fields in this place. Then you find geology here, and I would advise you to just select the level and just the program of interest, so that it can widen your search. The universities that are available and also the programs that suit you. Then you click on search. Then you have a lot of universities here. Another way you can streamline is selecting the language with which you'll be taught. So let's say, for example, you want it on pure English, or you want maybe English of 30%, or you want it in French, or you want it in Turkish. You can also filter. But let's say we want just English. You click on English and you do the program search. I'm sure it's going to streamline it. So you have just 3 universities that are offering something of interest. And here you can see an overview of the course. I won't be able to pronounce the name of some of these schools, right? But this is in geophysics in the particular MS, and these are like the requirements. So it's in Istanbul. Istanbul is a nice and beautiful city. The Istanbul airport is the second busiest airport in Europe, and it's really big. So this is the education language. It's in English. It's masters, and these are like the requirements. And my advice would be for you to also go to the university, maybe check out the name of the university and also the course, and just look for more details about the program. Second off, you see the Middle East Technical University, which is a graduate school of natural and applied science, and the course is the mining engineering. You also have the requirements here, and in the same university, which is in Ankara city, you also see the requirement for oil and gas engineering. So basically, this is how you search for um the program of interest, and there's so many information on this website that I believe that you can explore, that would also aid you in putting a good application, and also writing your crafting your statement of motivation in a way that would, you know, make you to be one of the awardees. And also explore other resources out there on YouTube. I'm sure there are people who would have made videos on how to create an application and put in a successful application for this Turkey scholarship. You want to ensure that you're researching yourself. You want to ensure that you're exploring every of the information on this website and also available to you on other YouTube channels. So thank you for staying up until the end of this video, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly do so. Just hit the subscribe button somewhere close to the video that you are currently watching, and explore all other videos on this channel. Don't keep it to yourself. Do where to also share to other people, and like, if you have questions, please put them in the comments section. And till we meet again, do stay comforted. Ciao.